Here's to whiskey kisses, the peaty taste of sin.
Greetings, Whisky Folk, and welcome back to Drinking Out Loud. My name is Adam Bradshaw, and I am here with... How do you want to be introduced on this? Just Andrew Morris Mackay?
Andrew, well, my full name
Andrew
would be
Redbeard?
Andrew Redbeard Harry Morris Mackay.
Harry?
Harry's my middle name.
Like, sorry, H-A-I-R-Y?
H-A-R-R-Y.
Oh, Harry!
That
not,
would be
not Harry.
fantastic if my name was actually... Yeah.
Nice. Many of you know Andrew from previous videos, and of course my co-host at the Scotch Malt Whisky Society. And today we are here to share some Signatory whiskies with you. Now, you may have seen our last video here on the channel where we sort of launched 3 signatories and we made a bit of a splash. It kind of it went maybe a little too well. All 3 of those have sold out, despite the fact that we had either 12 or 24 bottles of each in record time. And we sold out of tickets for our signatory tasting and then had to borrow glassware from the Victoria Whisky Festival so we could add more tickets. So we're oversold, which is great. Time of recording, a tasting is going to happen on Thursday. It's what, Monday today?
Yep.
Good, Monday. So we're going through these, to leave a little bit of a video review for you guys on YouTube, but also so that we can try them and figure out what order we think they should be in on Thursday. So I'm going to get Andrew's help for that.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to do 4 today, and I'm going to do 4 tomorrow. Probably going to rope Hart into it if he's up for it. I don't know. He's doing a closing shift, so I don't know how.
Oh, I think he'll need the whiskey.
He'll need the whiskey. All right. So I let Andrew pick the 4 whiskeys he wants to do. I vetoed one of them, to be fair to Hart. But we've got a really interesting selection of whiskeys. So today, really, really excited to be showcasing these because these are all available right now on strathliquor.com, so long as they didn't sell out at the tasting, which frankly some of them might have done. But if they survived the tasting, they are now available at strathliquor.com. So let's get into it. We are trying the Speyside 11 Tam. That's all it says. Tam in brackets. Tam.
It's the cool way.
It is the cool way.
It is, yeah.
This is the Signatory Vintage Small Batch Edition 13 single malt Scotch whiskey. I don't understand Signatory still. Like, they've got so many different, like, slightly different versions of the Signatory Vintage range. This is not the unchill filtered range, but it is unchill filtered. It's not the small batch range, but it is a small batch. This seems to be a different range that for some reason comes in black tubes and is bottled at 48.2. Why? Don't know. But it seems to be the maybe slightly more secretive range. There's a few in here that they don't really say where they're from, and this is kind of one of them. So, Tam. That's kind of 2 options, right? There's 2 Speyside distilleries that start with TAM. There's... I'll let Andrew take the pitch. That's a softball for you.
Well, the first one that comes to mind is Tam Navulin.
Of course. And the other one is my D&D character.
Oh, Tamdu.
Yeah. Tam Navulin or Tamdu. It's one of those 2. And the internet seems pretty divided as to which one they think it is. Different retailers have stated different options.
Got a little mystery on our hands.
We do.
Oh.
And I love a mystery. Can you smell a mystery?
Oh, yes.
I love a good mystery, especially when malt is involved, because you can usually narrow it down somewhat. And before we even open this, I've narrowed this down to what I think this is going to be. Do you have a guess?
Not yet.
No?
Not yet. No.
All right. Well, let's crack it open, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more. There's the foil. Very excited.
Oh, ooh, love it.
All right, we've got to be very stingy for this because we've got an overbooked tasting, so we'll need like the whole bottle for Thursday.
Yes. Yeah. Don't want to short our guests, that's for sure.
Exactly. Ooh. Well, that's an interesting nose. You know what it reminds me of is that French, oh God, I can't remember the brand of it, but it's a French brand of jam that you can get it. You can get it at Costco. It comes in the giant things, but it's got the sort of, you can get it everywhere, but not in giant size. With it's got the lid, which is like, looks like a picnic blanket pattern, the red and white sort of checker.
Oh, dang it!
Yeah,
I can't think of the name.
That,
I can see.
Yeah,
the
it's very
French
French looking.
Yeah.
It smells like that jam, which I've been recently having on yogurt as like a late night snack.
Getting a little bit of banana
Nice.
on the nose as well.
Have I ever told you why I love banana as a note in whiskey?
No, I don't think so.
It's because it's one of the few tasting notes, and this is something I got from Dr. Don Livermore at Wiser's. It's one of the few tasting notes that almost always comes specifically from the yeast that's used, not from the barley or the cask. Yeah.
The underdog, so to speak.
Yeah.
Of the ingredients.
Oh yeah, there is like that. You know those foam candy bananas?
Yeah, exactly. Not real banana. I'm thinking artificial banana.
Totally. Or like that Cooksoon Dang. Banana Cooksoon Dang.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Which,
exactly.
for those who are uninitiated to the wonderful world of Cooksoon Dang, I'm probably butchering the pronunciation, by the way, and sorry to any Koreans watching. It's like is it fermented? I think it's a fermented rice drink. It kind of looks like watered down yogurt, and they've got like the most amazing fake flavors. The banana one is particularly wonderfully fake.
And it's also I think it's one of the most highly drank alcoholic beverages in the world.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, that makes sense. They have it with almost every meal, I think.
Exactly.
It is also cram-packed full of aspartame.
There we go. The more we know.
Smells like aspartame. No, it doesn't. Don't worry.
All right, I'm gonna have to get in there.
They smell a little chestnutty. There's like a nice peppered red fruit.
That I was getting a nice pepper spice. I didn't expect that from the nose.
So why are we getting that? So what else do we know about this whiskey other than the fact that it's one of the Tams? It's 11 years old. It's from 2013. It's 48.2. I haven't mentioned the cask type yet, but it's a particularly interesting one, and it's one that I think narrows down quite heftily which one of the two distilleries it's likely to be. It's first fill Bulgari hogsheads. Now, how are you with your Italian wines, Andrew? Because I'm terrible.
I'm horrible.
Yeah, me too. So I think I should have checked this before setting up the I think Bulgari is a super Tuscan like micro region. I think it's a Tuscan wine.
Well, you're one up on me because I thought this was another little slang term for maybe Bulgarian.
Oh, nice, nice.
So I'm way off, I think.
As far as I'm aware, it's a super Tuscan wine, and that is right in the playbook of White and Mackay. White and Mackay love screwing around with high-end wine casks. Like they do it all the time with both Jura and Dalmore, and they also happen to own Tamnavula.
Okay.
So that's my guess. Tamdu I've only ever seen it as a sherry cask. I think I've seen one bourbon cask, but I've never seen them do anything weird. And Tamnavula is one of those distilleries that's a bit experimental right now. They're kind of they rebranded about a decade ago to be a supermarket staple in the UK. They're readily available, they're inexpensive, and it would not surprise me if they're experimenting with lots of different casks to see what kind of special editions and things they could do in the future. Yeah. So I reached out to Leon, who's been on this channel, good friend of mine. You met Leon before he left. Because he's now the head distiller of Tamnavula. And he didn't know off the bat. And he's looking into it. He hasn't got back to me yet. But I don't know whether he's allowed to tell me, even if he does find out, frankly.
The oath of secrecy.
I know, right? But he agrees that it does seem more likely to be Tamnavula simply from the wine cask. But he also knows, because he grew up in Pitlochry, which is where Signatory is based. That's where Edredauer is. In fact, it even says on the label, from Pitlochry to the world. Much like Leon Ware. Pitlochry's gift to the world. Oh. He knows for a fact that Signatory doesn't buy new make spirit, generally. They buy aged whiskey. So if this is a Tamnavulin, Leon is getting the warehouse manager to look through the logs to see if they've ever aged Tamnavulin in a Bulgari cask. So I don't know whether he's allowed to tell me once he's found out, but I theoretically should be able to know. He should know the answer. Whether I ever get to know the answer, I don't know.
He'll tease you a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really cool whiskey. I don't think it lacks like, not emphasis. What's the word I'm looking for here? Like it has oomph. It doesn't feel like it's lacking from not being cask strength. 48 feels good for it.
No, I was actually quite surprised. There's a nice heat and spice to it that I wasn't getting any hint of on the nose.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if water might open it up a little bit as well. Yeah, let's have a little pipette. A little drip, drip, drop, little April shower there. Because it is starting to feel a little cocoa-y on the nose now. Yeah, it's got... you can see the oils dissipate. There's definitely no chill filtration going on here. You can literally see the oils going through. If that water was any colder, I think I'd have a chunky whiskey right now.
Yeah. Chunky whiskey. Coming soon near you.
Chunky whiskey, my high school nickname. Yeah, it has brought out more darker, sort of coffee, chocolate, more oak-driven notes.
Yep, I agree.
It's very pleasant. Well, if this whiskey passed the tasting and didn't sell out instantly, it is theoretically still available right now at strathliquor.com. And because it is a featured whiskey, for about 2 weeks after this video airs, you can get it for 10% off. At full price, it is $154.70, which means at 10% off, it's $139.23.
That's such a fantastic price.
Yeah, it's a great deal for a not cask strength, but small batch, higher proof, 11-year-old, probably Tam Navulin. That's really, really cool. Yeah, I'm really happy with that price. Now, I'm going to do one thing that we've never done before on these videos, and this is putting me on the spot a little bit here. And I'm putting Andrew on the spot too, because I knew I was going to feel uncomfortable. Now I get to throw him under the bus as well. Because this video is not going to be aired until after the tasting, and because at the tasting, our members are going to be scoring this, I'll be putting up shortly the score on the screen. I don't know what the score is yet. And also the flavor profile that they've chosen. So I'll be putting that up. I'm sure we can chat about it in the comments, but you guys will get to see it before we do right now. But I want to actually give my score, and I'm going to invite Andrew to give a score as well, and we're going to guess whether the audience, whether the Whisky Folk members at large that come to the tasting on Thursday, are going to guess where we think they might land. Sound good?
Okay,
yeah.
Sounds
Never
good.
done this before.
No.
And I've been asked several times in comments on this channel, like, why don't you ever give your score? My score doesn't matter. Ignore my score. This is just a fun experiment to see if we can guess what the members are going to say. Look at the membership score. That's what matters. Yep. One person's opinion does not matter at all. But if you can get several people, especially people that are tasting it blind, if you can get their opinion, much more important. Yep. So our scores aren't going to be included in the group score. This is just for fun. I think out of 5, this is a solid sort of 4.3, 4.4, somewhere around there. 4.3. I'll settle on 4.3.
Okay,
room to improve.
Very close. I was actually going to give it just a straight solid 4.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that the members are going to land somewhere in between. I think in not being cast strength is going to lose it a couple of points.
That's what I was thinking as well.
But I think it's going to go down well. It doesn't have any off notes. It's interesting. It's different. I think somewhere around 4.2, 4.3 is where the members are going to land. And I think it's going to be in the sort of the rich and round sort of flavor profile.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see how we did. All right, flashing the screen on now. Cool. I have no idea. I'm gonna say yay. I think we did well, but we could have done terribly.
I hope so. I think this. Yeah, I think this deserves around around the 4 range. But again, we'll see what our members.
Beauty.
Some of our members love the cast strength.
They do.
They really do.
But we do have several members that prefer not cast strength as well. So I guess it all depends on who's feeling brave enough to submit scores on Thursday. All right. Well, Slanchevar, great whiskey, great seeing you. Drop us a comment if you have any strong opinion as to whether you think this is a Tamdu or a Tam Navulin, and let us know what you thought of this whiskey if you had a chance to try it. We'll see you on the next video. There's going to be 8 launching today, so depending on what order you're watching these in, I'll see you on the next one, or maybe this is the last one and I won't see you till the next time. Either way, Slancher, catch you later.